Hello everyone, this is Mansi from the Department of CSCI from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. So today's topic is Findus algorithm. So today we'll cover the topic of what is Findus algorithm, how it works, what are the advantages, limitations, application and also the implementation of Findus algorithm. So what is Findus algorithm? The Findus algorithm is a simple and basic effective machine learning algorithm. It is used to construct most specific hypothesis for set of trained examples. So Findus algorithm, it is used in major fields such as data mining, pattern recognition and in artificial intelligence. In order to understand what is Findus algorithm, first we must have the basic idea of following concept, like what is concept learning, general hypothesis and what is specific hypothesis. So in the next slide I'll tell you what is concept learning. So most of the human learning, it's based on past experiences and instances. For example, we are able to identify any type of vehicle based on certain set of features like make, model, etc. that is defined over the large set of features. So these special features differentiate set of cars, trucks, etc. for larger set. These features that identifies or defines the set of cars, trucks, etc. are known as concept. Similarly to this, machine also learn from concepts to identify whether an object belongs to a specific category or not. Any algorithm that supports concept learning, it requires the following. It requires data, training data, it requires target concepts and actual data objects. So what is general hypothesis? Any hypothesis in general is an explanation of something. So a general hypothesis, it basically states the general relationship with the major variables. For example, general hypothesis for ordering food would be I want a burger. So here general hypothesis is basically marked with a question marker. So and what is specific hypothesis? The specific hypothesis, it fills in all the important details about the variable given in the general hypothesis. So the more specific details, for example, I want a burger would be I want a cheeseburger with chicken pepperoni filling with lot of lettuce. So here the specific hypothesis, it's marked with a null set. So how does Findus algorithm actually works? So Findus algorithm, it only consider positive examples and it eliminates the negative examples. So the process, it starts with initializing H with the general or specific hypothesis. Generally, the first positive examples in the data set. So we check for each positive examples. If an example is a negative, we will move on to the next one. If it is a positive example, we'll consider it in the next step. So we'll check for each attribute in the examples is equal to the hypothesis value. If the value matches, no changes will be made. If a value does match, the value is changed into the question marker. So we do this until we reach the last positive examples in the data set. So uh, here it is given in the form of flowchart. So we are first initializing the value of h. Then if find this algorithm, it usually considers all the positive examples and it eliminates the negative example. It eliminates the negative examples. Yeah, so first we'll identify the positive example and we'll check for its attribute value. If the attribute value matches the hypothesis value, no changes will be made. But if it does not matches the hypothesis value, it will be replaced with a question mark. So here is an example, a small example how the Findus algorithm actually works. So let us consider an example. Here the simple example with two attributes, that is color and size. Suppose we have the following positive training examples, that is red and small, red and large, or blue and small. To learn the concept of color and size, we'll use this Findus algorithm. So first step would be initialization. The most specific hypothesis H S is initialized with a set of all positive attribute value pairs. That is, S is initialized to color question mark and size also it's marked with question mark. So in this next step we are processing all the positive examples. For the first positive example, red and small, so S is updated to S is equal to color, it is red, and size, it is small. For the second positive example, red and large, here the second positive example is red and large, so S will be updated as follow. So S is updated as red, color is red, and size, here it is small but here it is large, hence we'll mark it with the question mark. For the third example, blue and for the third positive example, that is blue and small, S is updated as follow. Color, it is marked with a question mark, because in the previous example, previous S, it is color is red, but here the color is small, so we'll mark it with a question mark here. Here size, it's smaller. So in the third positive example, blue and small, S is updated as follow. Color is question mark, size is small. So output, the final hypothesis S is the most basic or specific hypothesis that is consistent with all the positive examples. S, color red and size is smaller. The hypothesis suggests the people prefer the objects that are red and in small. So what are the advantages of Findus algorithm? So first advantage is its simplicity. The algorithm is simple and easy to understand, and it is a good start point for learning about machine learning and its classifications. And second advantage is its efficiency. The algorithm is computationally efficient and it is quickly to learn. And accuracy, the algorithm produces an hypothesis that guarantees to be consistent with all the positive training examples. It is highly accurate for classification of tasks. And incremental learning, the algorithm can easily extend and support incremental learning, which means it can learn new concept and new data without forgetting previous learned concepts. So some of the limitation of Findus algorithm, there are no way to determine if an hypothesis is consistent throughout the data. Inconsistent training sets can actually mislead the Findus algorithm, since it ignores all the negative examples. The Findus algorithm, it does not provide backtracking technique to determine the best possible changes that could be done to improve the resulting hypothesis. So what are the applications of Findus algorithm? So some of the applications, it is used in text classifications. So Findus algorithm can be used in text classifications models that can automatically categorize text documents based on the content. And it is used in image recognition. The algorithm can be used to learn models for image recognition tasks, such as recognizing objects in image. Natural language processing. The algorithm can be used to learn models for natural language processing tasks. So it is used in medical diagnosis. So algorithm can be used to learn models for medical diagnosis, such as predicting the presence of disease based on the symptoms and other patient informations. So it is also used in fraud detections. The algorithm can be used to learn the for fraud detection in financial transactions, such as credit card fraud detection. So some of the basic applications of Findus algorithm, it can be used in text classifications, image recognition, natural image processing, medical diagnosis, and fraud detection. So here is an implementation of Findus algorithm. So the concept of this particular problem will be, on what days does a person like to go on a walk? So here is a table. It explains all the data set. We have 6 attribute, that is time, weather, temperature, company, humidity, wind, and go. This is an example. So here are 6 attributes and final attribute. This is the final attribute that defines the positive or negative examples. So in the case of positive, yes is a positive example, and which means the person will go to walk. If it is no, the person will not go to the walk. So now the general hypothesis is H naught is morning, sunny, warm, yes, mild, and strong. Here first the general hypothesis is considered as morning, sunny, warm, yes, mild, and strong. So this is our first general hypothesis, And now we will consider each example one by one, but only the positive examples. So as I told you in the previous, how we actually implement finders algorithm is we actually only consider the positive examples and we eliminate the all the negative examples. So here H1 now. H1, it is evening, so it is replaced with a question mark here, and it is replaced with question mark. It is no, so we'll not consider this example because, as I told, it only consider the positive ones. So here we'll consider this positive example. So morning, sunny, moderate. So the warm is replaced with moderate, hence we'll replace it with a question mark. So here we are replacing it with a question mark. And yes, here it mild is replaced with normal, so we'll again replace it with a question mark because it has a different value. And strong, it is replaced with normal, so we'll replace here, in the place of normal we'll replace it with a question mark. So H1 is morning, sunny, question mark, yes. Again, it's a question mark and question mark. So we'll consider this. We'll consider now this is the hypothesis. We'll compare this example with the next hypothesis. That is, now again the morning is replaced with evening. So hence the evening is replaced with a question mark. Sunny remains the change. So sunny is the same, so we do not replace it with anything. But here the moderate, it is replaced with cold, hence we will replace it with a question mark. Yes, yes, it remains the same. Normal, here it is replaced with high, hence we will replace it with a question mark. So again the normal is replaced with stronger, hence we'll replace again it with a question mark. So here is the second hypothesis. We replaced all different values in general hypothesis to get the resultant hypothesis. So here is a basic program that can be implemented in your in any Python applications, in any Python platforms such as Spider or Jupyter, etc. Thank you for patiently.